Hello, I'm Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video of things that I've made for winter wear on my loom. I don't knit, I don't crochet because I kind of suck at it. I don't know if it's my ADHD or what, but I just don't have the patience for it. And every time I try to make anything, when I try to knit or crochet, it ends up, instead of being like this big, like it's supposed to be, it ends up being this big. So I use a loom. I use many looms. Right here, the loom you see right here in the background, that's my my blanket loom. I've been working on a new blanket for a few months now. It's kind of on hold because right now I'm working on a lot of different mermaid gloves. I make a lot of mermaid gloves because I like them. But anyway, I have a lot of winter gear that I've made over the years that I've just kind of put together with other pieces that I've gotten elsewhere, and you know, just kind of wanted to show you what I've got. This is a white scarf that I made. I intentionally made it short because I prefer them short. You know, so you can just quickly just throw it on and not have to worry about tying it and have that knot in the way. But it's a really pretty color. You can't really tell in the camera, but you know, it's this really nice kind of off-white color, and I have some yarn in there that has foil in it, some white yarn with white foil, and that's what this flower on here is made out of, that yarn. So it's kind of sparkly. And then I made a matching, forgetting the word now there, well, they call them hand warmers. They also call them muffs, which they don't use that word anymore because now the word muff has turned into something dirty. So people don't really use the word muff anymore because now everybody hears the word muff and they think dirty. So, but now they call them hand warmers, but they were originally known as muffs. But, you know, beautiful little muff there. Same material, the same yarn for the flower. The yarn on the inside to keep it warm, that's like a kind of eyelash yarn. I like my fuzzy yarns for the inside of these, that it helps keep them a little bit extra warm. So that's that. And then I have, these are fingerless gloves that I made. I did used to make them in bigger sizes than what I wear because I have extremely small hands. Extremely small everything. Except for my waist and my butt and, you know, my bust area. But I still fit in kids' clothes despite the fact that my butt and my waist and my bust are, like, huge. They're, like, way too big for my height. But anyway, you know, I used to make these in normal adult sizes, but people stopped, you know, showing interest in buying from me, and the people that did show interest didn't pay. So I've discussed that in videos before, but yeah, so I stopped making them in adult sizes, but I still can if people are interested. If my viewers are interested. So this is a normal black yarn, and I mixed the black yarn with like a sparkly kind of metallic black and silver yarn that they used to carry at Walmart, but they don't anymore, which is a good thing that I bought what was left and used it on what I like. So there's those gloves, and then I made leg warmers to go with it. Nice little leg warmers. And then another muff, pretty warm muff with that nice fuzzy yarn on the inside. It's nice and warm. Feels good on your hands because it's really soft. And then this set I actually wear when I'm wearing pink, because I feel like if you wear camo with camo, it just looks off. So I try to mix camo with pink and pink with camo, or camo with green, you know, just solid colors so that it kind of looks better. I do sometimes mix it like pink camo with green camo, and but you know, usually I wear everything like OCD matching, but I feel like if you don't wear camo with something solid, or a type of camo that doesn't match the other camo, then it just looks off. So that's why I do that. So this set I actually made when I was still trying to like attempt to find a way to go out hunting with to get, you know, deer meat, because I actually really love deer meat, but it's really hard to get when you don't know anybody that hunts, and whatever people that do hunt, they don't want to share it, and you can't buy it in the store. But with my fibromyalgia, I can't be outside for long periods of time, or else I'm in a flare for literally the whole rest of the week. Like a few minutes outside is a whole, in the winter, is like a whole week of recovery for me. So sitting outside for hours waiting for a deer is just not an option for me. I kind of wish I could, because it'd give me plenty of time to read while I'm waiting for a deer, and you know, it would, you know, be nice and peaceful and quiet, and you know, free food. Not fully free, because you gotta pay for the ammo, but still. Anyway, my camo scarf, and I used, you know, camo yarn, and then I used orange and camo on the flower, because you know, when you go out in the woods, you gotta wear orange so that people don't shoot at you. Because if you're completely camo, people aren't gonna know that you're not a deer. And they could end up shooting at you. Don't wear brown or, you know, or full camo in the woods if it's hunting season without wearing orange. Make sure you wear the orange. It's not safe. And I learned this not from hunting. I learned that, or from my hunter ex. I learned this growing up living on 10 acres of woods where people would trespass to go hunting. I'd be walking down my driveway, which was a very long driveway, to get to the school bus in the morning, and people shot at me. I shit you not, people shot at me thinking I was a deer walking down my driveway. They weren't even supposed to be on my land, but they were trespassing, trying to get to good hunting spots, because 10 acres of woods, that's a good place to hunt deer, you know. They went through my driveway all the time looking for a place to cross. They don't anymore, because my stepdad drives like an idiot. Revving in his engine and speeding down the driveway. Pretty sure the deer have given up on crossing there by now. But, But anyway, back when my stepdad didn't live there and it was just me and my grandma, they crossed there like all winter long. So there were always people up in my trees trying to shoot at me in the middle of the winter because my grandma thought that a brown pleather coat would be perfect for wearing in the winter to school. Apparently she was wrong. She wasn't too pleased about people shooting at me, but she didn't change my coat out because apparently she didn't know better. But it's not that she didn't care, it's just she didn't know better. She didn't really get hunters and how they work. I mean, I do now, but I didn't back then either. I mean, I was like anywhere between the ages of 6 to 12, so I mean. And then I have another pair of fingerless gloves for that, and I'm sorry Avalon is going nuts outside my window, outside my door, because he can hear me in here, and he thinks if he drives me nuts I will let him in. Well, if he didn't shit all over my floor and attack my cats and eat all the food and make them starve, he would still be in here. I'm sorry, but at least his house is insulated. I have hay in there and, well, straw. Sam says it's straw. Whatever. It's from the ground and it makes it warm. But and then I put that spray foam all on the inside of his house, so it's fully insulated, and he's got his straw in there, so it's warm enough. He won't go in there because he'd rather harass me than go in his house and be warm. Okay, and then there's these boot cuffs, not leg warmers. The leg warmers are the long ones, but these are just boot cuffs that I made with the little orange flower on there. If he's driving you guys nuts too, I'm sorry. This is why I have migraines all the time. Well, that and the fact that I have fibromyalgia and wear glasses that apparently Merlin will not let me keep clean. Merlin has this issue where, like, when he nudges your face or anything at all, he, like, nudges so rough, and it's so adorable because it's so sweet. He nudges so rough that he will, like, push his lip up when he does it. And then it smears his slobber all over your glasses. And I'm not complaining because, like, it's adorable, but it's really hard to keep your glasses clean when your cat nudges you all the time like that. It's funny, though, and really, really cute and sweet. And then there's, this cute little hat. This was from a different type of, camo yarn because, it appears my flower's coming apart. Well, that's what happens when you wear it a lot and it starts falling apart in the wash. But it's a bit thicker and softer camo yarn, and I made it like that intentionally because, you know, when I found that yarn, because my head gets really cold. And, you know, science tells you that, most of your heat actually escapes from your head, so that's why it's important to always wear winter hat in the winter. Gloves are important too because your fingers as extremities, like your toes, they get cold very fast and can get not freezer burn. I know the word I'm thinking of. If you guys remember it before I do, you know what I'm talking about. Frostbite. If you're outside for too long, my fingers turn blue in the house with the heat on. So, because of the circulation that you get with fibromyalgia. So, so it's very important to always wear gloves and warm socks and keep everything warm and dry and hats and all that stuff. And with the pain that you get from the cold with fibro, it's really important to stay as warm as possible. So, and then there's this muff with the warm camo, and then the regular camo on the flower and the orange, and then I took a mix of like forest green and brown like soft fluffy yarn, that like the eyelash yarn, and made the interior for that. It's really super warm, it's really super soft, and I love it. And then there's these little gloves that I made, fingerless gloves. Those are kind of plain, but I love the yarn that I used for this because it's so colorful and pretty. I actually have that unicorn hat that I made out of this yarn. I made one for Avea too, and I haven't seen it on her, but it looks super cute. And then there's that bunny hat that I made for her with that same yarn. And to go with that, and the inside of this muff actually matches the scarf that I wear this set with. So that's why it's this red purplish color instead of like actually matching. But there's that muff, and I'm sorry, some of my flowers are kind of messed up from, you know, being washed or sitting in a bag for storage. But it's got that beautiful, and this is one forgot what they're called, skin. One skin of yarn. It's just, you know, two different colors mixed in. I love it when they do that. I love the mixed color skins of yarn. They're so pretty and so much easier to work with because it's really hard to piece yarn together. Trying to make multiple colors by just like cutting pieces off. I wouldn't do that, but I'm sure there's people who would if they're desperate enough. But it's just easier just to buy a skin that's already multiple colors. And it looks really pretty. So there's that. I love the colorful yarns. And then this one is mostly just solid red, but there's the boot cuffs and the fingerless gloves, and then this hat is kind of interesting because it's not just a regular hat, but it's one of those bun / ponytail hats. So I made like a loop in there so that you could kind of stick your ponytail or your bun through there. It's a lot easier with a ponytail because it's not stretchy. I don't have anything, any stretchy yarn or like anything that could have made it stretchy. But that would have been nice though, wouldn't it? If I would have had something like elastic to put in there to make it stretchy so I could more easily put a bun through there. But you could always put your ponytail through and then do a bun after putting it on, you know, whatever. But it's a cute little concept that I saw online and decided to try. I'm sure everybody else puts elastic in theirs. If I had elastic, I would have done that. But it doesn't matter because I'm the only person that's wearing it. So, you know, if I made it for somebody else, you know, to sell or something, I'd, you know, make sure I had elastic to put in there. And then there's the muff. That this one came out a little bit longer. I'm not very precise on how big I make my muffs because I don't write down the measurements I use for it, and it doesn't really matter anyway. But, you know, and then there's this. This wasn't fuzzy yarn, but I liked how warm it felt, how thick and soft and warm it felt. And I loved those sparkles on there. That little gold foil in there. So pretty and so warm, and I think this is probably more of a wool yarn than you know, than anything. It looks like wool yarn to me, But it's super soft and pretty warm, and I like it. Oh, it's driving me nuts. I wish he would stop. He's not going to stop, but I wish he would. Between him and my normal fibro issues and my normal migraines that I get, like, I've had migraines non-stop the past several weeks, because, you know, between the weather changes and, you know, my glasses getting dirty and, trying to keep up with that, and, his non-stop, non-shutting up, his non-stop meowing, I've just non-stop migraines. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Just, make sure you have some form of medication for it. Like, honestly, that is literally the only purpose for me for, any of the over-counter medications like Tylenol and whatnot, because that's the only thing they actually work for me for, is migraines, and sometimes they don't even work for that. But anyway, then there's this set, my little purple set. This is another leg warmer, and used like a purple camo yarn on that with purple multi-colored, multi-shaded purple yarn that has the foil and the sparklies, and it's really pretty. Just like that black and silver one that I have. It's the same exact type of yarn, it's just a different color. And then God, I wish you'd shut up. And then there's my fingerless gloves that I made to go with that. The same purple camo yarn, and then a little regular purple yarn mixed with that pretty foiled yarn. I love those. And then another bunny hat. The flower made out of the same yarn. I like to make a match. And then another muff made out of the same yarns. And then this yarn I used, this is like kind of like a fluffy sort of like not really fleece, but kind of a velvety sort of yarn. It's very soft and fluffy and purple. I used it to make a set that I made for Avea a couple of years ago for Christmas. I don't even know if she still uses it. Like, Mom and Avea go through winter stuff like fast. So I have no idea if she even still uses it. But it was like a mix between this yarn and that like pink multicolored rainbow yarn that I just showed you. But it was a really cute set because purple's her favorite color too. And then this set I actually just made. And this is pretty much all that's to the set, to be perfectly honest. But there's this hat, which is like a purple and blue multi-color yarn. It's super, super soft and super thick. And then I took that yarn and, well, actually, no, I think I used, yeah, I used the thinner version of kind of the same color that I think I found it at Walmart. It might have been Meijer, but I think I found it at Walmart. This softer, this thinner, lighter version of this yarn right here. And I mixed that with the yarns that I put on the inside to make it warm, to make kind of the flower. And I kind of got sick of putting all the flowers to the side on the bottom. I was like, how about I switch it up a little bit and put the flower on the top, like one of those pom-pom balls that I hate so very much. Why not just mix it up and make a flower on top instead of a stupid pom-pom? No offense to those who like the pom-pom, but it makes me feel like I'm two. So, that's why I don't like wearing pom-poms on my hats. But, I think this is, you know, kind of a adult version of the pom-pom. Like a cuter, more adult version. And then there's that same, some of that same yarn, on the inside. This is like a, not fleece, sheep yarn, that's like kind of the same colors. And then I made the muff with, all the same yarns. Like, see, that's that lighter version of this. It's a thinner, yarn and just lighter colors too. And then the same little flower there. And then on the inside, I mixed that shiny yarn that's on the flower with that thicker sheep yarn. So nice and warm in there. And this is kind of a smaller muff, so now I gotta like squeeze my hands together or like just use it on one hand, but whatever. I was running out of yarn for the inside, so I was like, this works. But anyway, there's that set. I think it's pretty. And then I think I made this set last year. I did. No, not last year, the year before that, while I was homeless. I made this set. And I kind of got sick of making the boot cuffs with that little extra cuff on the top. Because, as you can see, the cuff doesn't stay that well. So, I just kind of got sick of it. So, oh yeah, I remember why I don't have gloves for this. Because, I didn't make gloves for this because I already had gloves for it that matched it pretty well. But, that's actually why I have the brown yarn in there. Because it matches the other gloves that I have to go with it. But I love this yarn. It's so very, like, mermaid-like, I think. You know, because it, like, has a lot of greens and blues in it. Or, like, if you like peacocks, it's a very peacock-like colored yarn. But this is the boot cuff, and it's the little tiny flower I made for it. One of the boot cuffs. Obviously, you have to have two of them, or there's no point. And then, the hat. Nice little hat to go along with it. Love this yarn. And then the muff with the pretty fluffy eyelash blue yarn as the liner. It's so pretty. Warm and comfortable and soft. And then I know I usually like just the hell is the other piece? Oh well, it doesn't matter, I'll find it later. You guys don't need to see both boot cuffs. But anyway. Oh, there it is. This set's kind of a little bit plain. My fingerless gloves just blue with the flower. And then I made these a long time ago. I don't even remember when. I have boot cuff pretty much the same, just plain blue. Plain blue. And the muff, you could tell I made it a long time ago because the flower's pretty much demolished. And the soft eyelash, super pretty, super soft, light blue yarn on the inside. And then, I think this is the last one. This is actually my favorite one for the winter because it's like the thickest and it's the warmest and just wow. But I'm going to start with the fingerless gloves. Pretty much the same concept as the camo ones, just kind of opposite. And these I wear with green. Cause yeah. So those are my orange fingerless gloves with the little camo flower on there. Nice and orange. So if I were to go out in the woods, people would not shoot me. They'd be like, wow, that chick is really orange. Maybe we should not shoot her because she's definitely not a deer. And then there's the scarf. Very orange. And then like the orange and the camo flower. And I love this soft white kind of Santa Claus hat like yarn. It's so super soft. I love it. Wish I could find it again. They don't sell it anymore. They don't sell any of the any like soft fluffy like yarns that you could use for liners or for blankets at any of the places I shop anymore. Like pretty much all you can either find is either that velvet yarn that's like just a string of velvet or like regular yarn. So I mean, I don't know why, but I can't find it anywhere anymore. It's like nobody sells it anymore. Which is weird because that's everybody's favorite type of yarn because that's what you make the most, use the most for liners on your winter wear and like for blankets and stuff because it's like the softest yarn in like ever. It's so great for keeping you warm. Like if you want to make something that keeps you... I'm sorry about that. My camera cut me off. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, you can't go wrong with yarn like this, and I don't understand why they don't sell it anymore. It's getting ridiculous, because it's the yarn that everybody wants to get a hold of. So, you know, they should put it back in stores where people can actually buy it. Anyway, I know you can find it on Wish still, but I don't want to, like, buy it off of Wish and only end up with, like, a little itty bitty tiny little skin of it and like pay out my ass for it. Like expect a whole bunch and like get barely nothing, because I've done that before. I've ordered stuff online from like a craft company, not Wish, but from a craft company, and got like I expected to end up getting a whole kit of for making a necklace, because it was supposed to be a kit, and it sent this long of chain for the necklace. That long. I had to go back to the store and buy, like an actual store to Michael's, and buy the chain that I needed because it didn't come with it, even though it was supposed to. So I paid like out my ass to make this necklace for Avea for, I don't remember what it was for, but I made it for, it was supposed to be like a little locket thing. And not only did I pay out my ass for the supplies that they did send, but I actually had to go out and buy more supplies because they didn't send what they said came with it. So, yeah, I've been through that. And, you know, Wish sometimes does it too. You can't always expect to get what you ordered through them, because sometimes they pull that shit too. But anyway, you know, there's this hat. Same pretty soft yarn on the inside, and you know, all that good stuff. And then this is what I love about this set the most. These leg warmers are the warmest leg warmers I own. They're really hard to get on, but they're really warm. But I have this white yarn all the way throughout. And that is the one and only time I've ever done that, because it takes a lot of that yarn. And like I said, it's really hard to get a hold of. And back then I thought it was going to stay in stores forever. And also I thought it would be a lot easier to put on. Because I thought it would stretch more. I mean, it stretches, but it's really hard to put on. But they're warm and they're cute. And then, because I ran out of that yarn, the muff is made with that same forest green and brown yarn that I mixed together. 2 different yarns put together in one to make the muff. But, you know, they match. They match. They're warm. They're comfortable. They're soft. Whatever works, right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, if you're interested in anything, and would like me to make more, you know, just let me know. I am willing to take deposits if people actually genuinely want to buy from me. But in order to buy from me, you have to find me on Facebook, because I want to be able to converse with you person to person instead of on my videos. But anyway, I actually do have a shop on Facebook also that I haven't used in a while because of how people don't really buy from me. But anyway, if people are willing to give me a deposit and actually are willing to pay the rest when I'm done, or pay in full outright prior to me making it, but I mean, I think, you know, prior to making it, it's more fair for just a deposit, and then, you know, once it's done, then I can ask for the rest and then ship it. But anyway, if you guys are interested in that, please let me know in the comments. Any questions, comments, or ideas, you know, feel free to say anything you have to say down below. I always want to hear what you guys have to say. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out my merchandise shop on Teespring, and you know, if you're interested in my upcoming, whenever I have things ready for it, giveaways, and can afford to ship it out, to make it and ship it out, please subscribe for that, and let me know if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Please like, share, and subscribe. I already said that, didn't I? I did. I'm sorry. I forget things. It's the fibro fog, and then I get excited, and then I get nervous, and excited mixed together with fibro fog doesn't contribute to a good memory. But anyway, thank you for watching, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.